back to another Makeup Artist Monday. It's artistry like bam. Alright guys, my name is Brandon. I'm a professional makeup artist in Chicago. If you're new here, hello, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me this week. So this week we're going to be doing something really fun, and we're going to be talking about a smoky under lash line. And that is this portion of the eye right here. So this is a question that I get asked all the time. How do I make it look beautiful without making it look too dark? How do you make it look really soft and sultry and beautiful without being too smudged? So today we're just going to be focusing on the lower lash line. So I get a lot of questions about how to make the lower lash line look really soft and diffused without looking really harsh, because sometimes when you put black eyeliner or brown eyeliner or shadow in that area, sometimes you apply too much pressure or too much product and it can look really, really heavy. So I'm going to teach you kind of how to step up your process, start really, really light, and then build to something more dramatic depending on your preference at home. So I'm going to show you what tools I have in front of me now, and then we're going to get started. Alright guys, so the tools that you're going to be needing for this type of look or for this tutorial are going to be either a brown or black eyeliner. These are just regular eye pencils from Makeup Forever and MAC Cosmetics in the color 100 Black and then in the color Coffee. This is my favorite personal eyeliner from MAC Cosmetics. This is a really, really rich charcoal brown, and so we're going to be using that today. I also have the Danessa Myricks Color Fix. This is in the color Nude number 5. Nude number 8. And this is a really, really beautiful warm brown, and this makes a really great lower lash line smoky color because it's water resistant. And so once it goes on and it dries, it stays put and it gives you that like haloed effect all day. So I'm going to show you how to use that as well. I also have a neutral eyeshadow palette here from MAC Cosmetics that we're going to be using. And then I grabbed a couple various brushes. So the ones that I most use for this type of look are going to be used a pencil brush like this. So this is from Bdellium Tools. This is one of their golden triangle brushes. It's one of my favorite in the series. You can see it right there. It is rose gold with a blue handle and then this beautiful synthetic tip right here. This is really nice because it has a really, really good shape for blending out that product, but it also is very, very soft, which is nice. This is also a synthetic brush, so you can use this with liquid, powder, or cream products. So no matter what type of eyeliner look you're doing, whether it be shadow, whether it be pencil, or whether it be cream, you can use this type of brush. So a couple other brushes that I really love for this type of look that might be really helpful or useful to you is the Mercier Square Blending Brush. So this looks just like this. You can see that it has a square tip, and this is really helpful, and I'll tell you why in just a couple minutes when we use this brush. I also really like the Cozette brushes. These are really nice because they are very, very blendable and synthetic. So you can see that this one is a little bit fluffy. It's very, very, very small. So it does a really good job of blending out that lower lash line. You can also use a brush like this. This is a MAC Cosmetics 222 brush. This is very similar in that size, where they are both a very, very tiny, small blending brush. So these are really, really helpful as well. Another brush that you might be more familiar with for the under lash line is a smudger brush. These look just like this. So I have one from Royal Nickel on this side, and then one from Moda Cosmetics on this side. So Royal Nickel is the black one, Moda is the green one, sorry about that. So these are both the same style shader brushes. You can see them right there, paddle style, and these are really great to smudge color underneath as well. And then the last one that I think that everybody is not familiar with, but I want to show you guys, is a synthetic brush like this. This is a synthetic paddle style brush, and this is really helpful if you're doing powder, liquid, or cream products as well, because this one is really easy to clean and it blends all those products really beautifully. So I'm going to stop rambling and we're going to actually get on to actually doing what we're doing here today. So to start off this look, I'm actually going to go in with the Coffee eye pencil. And it really, really is depending on how strong or how soft you want your look to be. I like to start off with pencil because it gives me a little bit of a barrier, so anything I put on top, whether it be shadow or cream, can actually hold on and stay placed a little bit longer. So I'm going to go in, I've already sharpened my pencil, and I'm going to go into my lower lash line just very slightly, and I'm going to lightly apply it from the outer corner, about 2/3 to the inner corner, just like that. So why this is helpful to the under eye when you're doing a whole completed look is because by creating a lower smoky lash line, it makes the eyes appear a little bit more sleepy and a little bit more droopy. That way they appear more sultry and more sexy. So when you have a really beautiful blown out smoky eye, this effect looks really great. So before the eyeliner dries, I'm actually going to go in and use the Bdellium Tools. This is the smudger brush from them. I really like this one because you'll notice that my hand is really far back on the brush, and I'm literally just looking upwards and just blending that color right into my lash line. Very soft. Going back and forth. Really just diffusing that brown eyeliner. So you'll notice that it just gives me a very soft, defined lash line. So I'll get a little closer so you can see what that looks like. Very, very soft. All right, so now we're gonna keep building on this look. So to keep building, you could add more brown eyeliner and go in and add more that way, or black, but we're gonna go in with an eyeshadow. So this is called Wedge from MAC. Looks just like this. And we're gonna go in with a little bit of this on the same brush. Tap off the excess, and I'm gonna actually look up and use the same brush from the outer portion of my eye, flicking that brush inwards, just on the tip of that eye. And you'll notice this is creating a very, very soft haloed effect around my eye. And I don't have any other makeup on because I wanted you guys to see how this looks true to color, true on camera, true on skin with no other makeup. So you can see how that's very slightly creating this very soft haloed effect, really diffused under eye. So if you look on camera, this eye looks a little bit bigger and it looks a little bit more pulled out here because this side is really clean and fresh underneath the eye. So we're gonna continue to build. I like to create kind of a sunset effect on the under eye area. If you're doing more of a smoky eye, this is gonna create more dimension and a little bit more warmth and radiance. So I'm gonna go in with this really warm color right here. Tap off the excess, look upwards, do the same thing on this side, outer portion. And then I'm actually gonna bring this color all the way into the eye. So this is a really pretty warm brown, so you guys can see how that's just giving me very soft haloed effect under the eye. And I like this because it doesn't apply a ton of product. If you want to diffuse the product and you're getting too much, you can use your blending brushes like this to go in and lightly clean up any excess product that maybe you fell down while you've been blending, or you can use your concealer and kind of clean that up, and your concealer will clean that up for you, which I can show you how to do in just a second. So as I look in the camera, you guys can see that this side is a little bit more droopy and a little bit more sleepy and sultry, and this side is a little bit more clean. I'm gonna show you on the other side how to do it with a black pencil. So the black pencil is really nice because it's gonna create even more contrast and a little bit more depth. So outer 2/3 of my eye, just pressing it into the lash line. You'll notice I'm not drawing on a ton of product. And then for demonstration purposes, I'm gonna go in with a different brush. So I'm gonna go in with the Moda Smudgy Eyeliner brush. And this is really nice because it's gonna really push that product really close to the eye and give you a little bit more drama a lot quicker. So you'll notice how that has given me much more depth a lot faster. I'm actually gonna take this brush, the blending brush, the MAC 222, and I'm actually gonna diffuse it just a little bit. So for black eyeliner, as you can see, this side is a little bit more dramatic and has a little bit more depth. I'm gonna take a warm brown eyeshadow on this blending brush, just like this, and we're actually gonna go over the black because sometimes when you have black, it can be really harsh, but I really like to see the brown and the black be married together because it gives you more of a subtle contrast. It's a way that you can create a lot more depth and dimension in your under eye very quick. Going on with that black and then going in with that brown. So you see how that adds a lot more drama and a lot more intensity a lot quicker. You can see it by me applying that blending brush right to the outer portion that it's pulling out this side of the eye, and this side now looks a little bit closer and a little bit more clean. So there's no right or wrong. It really is depending on the type of look that you're creating at home, whether you want something this dramatic and a little bit more sultry and smoky, or if you want to keep it a little bit softer and clean just like this. So I'm going to keep getting a little bit closer and blending this for you guys so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Just like that. I really like this because it creates a little bit more of that sultriness and then it has that black base, so you get a little bit more richness of that look. As you can see on this side, it's still a lot softer. So now we're gonna go in and we're gonna make this one just a little bit more intense so that you guys can see how to do that. I'm gonna be using the Danessa Myricks Color Fix and then color Nude number 8. And this is a cream-based product, so I just took a little bit out, put it on my palette, and I'm going to take that pencil brush that you saw earlier, and I'm going to use a little bit of that in the square brush. So cream products, you want to lay them down first and then blend them out, because if you blend as you apply, you're going to get too much product. So just on the tip, you can see that the brush has just a little bit of product saturated, and I'm going to go in right here, just seeing the under eye. Same place that we've been playing that color. And I'm just pressing it with this square brush right into that lash line. Just like that. So now you can see it creates a little bit more of a similar effect. It's still a lot softer. So the cream allows you to blend and control your coverage a little bit better. So if you like something a little bit softer, you use a cream and you can start soft and then build some more product if you want. Or if you like a little bit more punch, a little bit more high impact, a little bit more glamour, a little bit more drama, you can definitely do this side where you do the black first and then smudge it out and blend it out. So now we're gonna go in and apply a little bit more of the black so you guys can see what that's gonna do underneath the eye. So you'll notice that I rimmed the eye just a little bit more, and I'm gonna take the blending brush that we were using and I'm gonna blend it out. Looking up really helps when you're blending your under eye out. That way you can get into any nooks and crannies that maybe you can't see when you're normally looking in a mirror. All right, you'll notice that I'm blending it out and then using my finger to kind of wipe away that excess, so you guys can see how much more rich and intense that is. This looks really beautiful with most smoky eyes. It looks really beautiful in fall and the winter months because you don't have a lot of color to your face, where our faces are a little bit more even. So this allows you to have a little bit more depth and dimension to your eye. So as you can see that this one is being pulled out and a lot more smoky and a lot more dramatic, as in this eye is a lot more clean and a little bit more softer and diffused. So just for purposes of making the video a little bit more cohesive, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this eye and do the other side with a little bit of black, so that way they look a little bit similar. And then we're gonna apply some mascara so you can see what it looks like with the mascara. I really like warmer browns to blend out my blacks, but you could definitely use a black eyeshadow if you wanted something really harsh or intense. Those aren't bad things, guys. Those are just preferences. So it's all about what you like. There's no right or wrong. You'll notice again that my brush is very, very far away from my face so that I can blend really easily. I'm not applying too much pressure. You don't want to poke yourself in the eye or apply too much product, girl. That is not what we're trying to do. Make it sultry, make it sexy, make it cute, but not too crazy, right? All right, so you can see what that looks like. Beautiful, very soft, diffused, but you have that really smoky lash line. And what I like about this is it gives you a little bit more of that dimension. And you can see by applying that warmer brown on this side that it's creating a little bit more of like a yellowed, haloed effect, which I prefer. But if you like more of a diffused, just brown liner look, you can do this one. So no right or wrong, both beautiful. I went ahead and applied the black to both sides so you could see what that would look like. But I think that I'm gonna go ahead and apply a little bit of that warmer color to this eye. And using a blending brush right underneath the eye. Just like that. You can see that that warmer brown really makes that black pop and it gives it a little bit more contrast. So that's what I like to do as a professional. I'm actually gonna go ahead and pop that mascara on and I'll be right back. I went ahead and applied that mascara so you guys could see what it looks like with mascara on and a little bit of that under lash line. So a couple things when you're doing this look on yourself, make sure you're using really soft diffusing brushes to get a really, really soft blend. You'll notice that my eye shape, this complements my eye shape at home, but whatever you do at home, make sure that it complements your eye shape. So when you're using your brushes, go ahead and feel where your natural socket is. That's where your blending brush wants to go to actually blend and softly diffuse that product out. You can always clean this up with concealer, but allow your brushes to kind of follow your natural bone structure and do the work for you. If you already suffer with really dark circles, or if you're afraid that your eyeliner is gonna smudge or move, maybe this technique is not great for you. But if you do wanna do this, I would recommend using a waterproof product like the Color Fix from Danessa Myricks. It does come in a ton of different colors, and it works really well under the lash line and on top of the eye as eyeshadow as well. Cheek color, blush color, lip color, those kind of things too. And once those go on, they do stay put. So you can use just a very, very small amount, and then those will set, and then once they're set, they're good to go. I went ahead and put on some concealer just so you guys could see what this looks like with a little bit of concealer. So you'll see that I took a fluffy blending brush, and I'll insert a clip here so you guys can see what I did. I took a little bit of concealer and I just cleaned it up on the underneath so you guys can see that the shadow still stays there. I still have that really beautiful depth and that smoky lash line, but then underneath is really clean and really bright and fresh. So then I would complete the rest of my makeup, do my foundation, do my bronzer, do my brows and all that kind of stuff. But I hope you guys liked this video. This is something really fun for me to do at home. I was feeling under the weather yesterday, so thank you guys for taking a little bit of break with me. I really enjoy doing these videos, and I really hope that you guys like this and learn something and have fun playing with makeup at home. This is something really easy to do, and I hope that you guys do not get intimidated just by me showing these few tips and tricks at home. I think that you guys will be able to achieve these looks. So thank you so much for joining me, and until next Makeup Artist Monday, I'll see you guys next week. All right, thanks guys, bye.